So let's go ahead and get started. Today we are doing Chapter 1, Lesson 5 on graphing ratio tables. Okay, students will be able to create ordered pair and graph ratio tables. Make sure to write all of this down. This lesson and the last lesson are super important for 7th and 8th grade, so it's really important that we understand how to graph these ratio tables. So take the time to write everything down and pause this video at any time that you need to do that. Okay, now remember, you can just draw a cross on your paper. And remember the 4 quadrants. They go in the shape of a C. I say C for coordinate plane, right? Quadrant 1 in the top right, quadrant 2 top left, quadrant 3 bottom left, quadrant 4 bottom right. And they're all written with Roman numerals. That's important. Okay, we've got positive and positive. Our X and our Y values are both positive in the top right. Negative, positive in the top left. Bottom left, they're both negatives. In the bottom right, we have a positive and then a negative. Okay, so this is important. Make sure you've got your quadrants written down. Make sure you've got your y-axis and your x-axis written down, and your origin in the middle. Okay, so I'm not requiring you to write this whole sentence down up here because you've already done this on your homework from last night. But I'm just going to rewrite the table for you so that you remember what it is. Okay, so Ned walked. For every 1 hour he walked 2 miles. So for his first hour, he walked 2 miles. For his second hour, he walked 4. His third hour, 6. His fourth hour, 8. And his fifth hour, 10 miles. Okay, now, to turn this ratio table into a graph, we need to first make our X and our Y axis. Our X and our Y coordinates, our ordered pairs, okay? So for an ordered pair, you've got an X and a Y. Our X tells us where we move. Sorry. Miss Fisher's telling me she won't be here today. Tomorrow. Sorry. Our X and our Y ordered pair. And so our X tells us where we move left to right on the X-axis, and our Y tells us where we move up or down. Okay, so when our X value, remember our top one is our X and our bottom is our Y. So our X value is 1 when our Y value is 2. When our X value is 2, our Y value is 4. Okay, so what you need to see is that it goes in pairs like this. Okay, and our top number is our X value. So our top numbers go down here on the side. And our Y values are on the bottom, and those go down on our right-hand side. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so when we go to graph this, we need to graph our ordered pairs. And our first number tells us where we go on left to right. And our second number tells us where we go up or down. So our first number tells us we need to go to the right over to 1. And then our second number tells us we need to go up to 2. And we'll put a dot. So this is what this 1 and 2 means. This tells us where we go left to right. And this one tells us we need to go up to 2. So over to 1, up to 2. Our second one goes over to 2, up to 4. And put a dot. Our next one tells us to go over to 3, up to 6. Over to 3, up to 6, and put a dot. Over to 4, up to 8, and put a dot. Over to 5, and up to 10, and put a dot. Okay, and there goes our line. I'm really not good at drawing straight lines, but hey, that was pretty straight. All right, so here's our straight line that we have created using this ratio table. All right, so for every shirts made, 3 buttons are used. Okay, I don't think we did this one on the last one, but we're going to go ahead and fill in our chart. For every shirt, 3 buttons are made. So for one shirt, 3 buttons are made. For 2 shirts, when we multiply the top by 2, then we multiply the bottom by 2. So this will be 6. When the top one is 3, the bottom one will be 9. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. You can see that a pattern starts to form. So if we're multiplying the top numbers by 3, then we're multiplying the bottom numbers by 3. So now we need to make our X and our Y ordered pairs. And remember, they go together up and down. So that's 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9, 4, 12, and 5, 15. Okay, so now when we go over to graph these ordered pairs, we need to go over to 1 and then up to 3. So over to 1 and then up to 3. Put a dot. Over to 2, up to 6. Over to 2, up to 6. Over to 3, up to 9. Over 3, up 9. Over 4, up 12. Over 4, up 12. And over 5, up to 15. These numbers are a little bit off. The 12 should be on this line, and the 9 should be on this one. Was partly my fault. Okay, so there's our straight line that we have formed, and if you can draw a straight line, then you can go for it. You may want a ruler to do that. I don't have a ruler right now, so I'm just going to make a straight line the best I can. All right, so there is our straight line that we have created using our ratio table. Okay, and our last one, actually I'm going to come up and do this one as our last one. Okay, so it says for every cup of flour, 5 batches of cookies can be made. So we want cups of flour. I'm going to put C of flour. So cups of flour, that's our X. And then our batches of cookies. Hard to read that. Okay, so cups of flour, 1 cup of flour, we're going to make 5 batches of cookies. So if we have got 2 cups of flour, then it would be 10 batches of cookies. And you see that we're counting by 5s here on the bottom. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. In the top, we're going to count up by 1. What we're really doing is we are multiplying times 2, times 3, times 4, and times 5. So we would multiply 5 times 2, times 3, times 4, and times 5 on the bottom. Okay, so when we go to make our ordered pairs, okay, remember we've got an X value and a Y value. Remember they go up and down. So we've got 1, 5, 2, 10, 3, 15, 4, 20, and 5, 25. Okay, remember this means that we're going to go over to 1 and up to 5 and put a dot. So over to 1, up to 5 and put a dot. Over to 2, up to 10 and put a dot. Over to 2, up to 10. Whoops. Over to 3, up to 15. Over to 3, up to 15. Over to 4, up to 20. Excuse me. Over to 4, up to 20. And over to 5 and up to 25. Okay, And that's all I have for you guys today. We just made a straight line here with our ratio tables. Okay, see, this is my normal line. I can't make it a straight line. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.